We've got a question that's come in from somebody who's at an early stage building the career as compared to the CEOs, which I know you work with so very much. So for somebody who's at the beginning of their career and just trying to get their toes in the water, get that initial traction, what are some of the tangible steps that they can take to build that credibility, make themselves more visible? What would you suggest to somebody who's on the early end of their career?
And I love that question. Thank you. Because really, a lot of the people I work with have already got all this runway behind them. And sometimes it's about cleaning things up. Lately, I've been speaking at a lot of colleges and universities, and I'm saying to them, look, you're at the beginning of the runway. Like, here are all the things to do so you don't end up making a mistake. Mindfulness, being aware of it, paramount. Use social media, use narrative, use the way that you present yourself to present yourself in the right way, right? So we tend to stereotype people at the beginning of their career, whether it's millennials, and we draw these massive, conclusions about who they're going to be. If that's not you, break that mold. Articulate your values. When you do something and you want to be recognized for it, make sure people know what your motivation was, right? So if your value is integrity, and the way you define that is always holding yourself to a very high moral standard, then when you make a tough decision or you make a tough move, communicate to people that the reason you did that is because integrity is a big part of who you are. And the more you do that, especially early in your career, the more people will start saying, that Samantha, one thing I know about her is she's got a lot of integrity. So if we need somebody to be visible in this role, I think she'd be the right person, because she's always going to do right by those moral standards that she lives by, which happen to be the ones that our organization does as well. So you're introducing this narrative online in your relationships and the way that you present yourself, and start building those blocks as early as you can, actually. Great
I think
question.
That makes a lot of sense, right? Because we talked about the fact that people have, it's either the reputation that you want or the one that's already there for you. So the earlier you start, the more advanced you're going to get in your career.